The storm always comes without warning. Sometimes it's the phone call that changes everything. Sometimes it's the silence of someone who used to stay. Sometimes it's the ache in your body that won't let go. And in that storm, you feel small. You feel like the waves are too high, the night too heavy, the world too loud. You wonder, how do I keep going when I can't even see the shore? I know that place. I've sat in it. I've felt the nights where the darkness was so thick I could barely breathe. I've carried the pain that no one else could see. And I've asked the same question, how do I survive this? But here is the truth the storm doesn't want you to know. You don't survive it by being stronger than the waves. You survive it by becoming the lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't stop the storm. It doesn't calm the waves. It doesn't banish the night. But it stands. It shines. And in its light, others find their way. And here is the secret. In shining for them, you also find your way back to yourself. The light within. We've been taught to believe our worth lies in achievement, appearance, or approval. But the truth is deeper, simpler, older. Every one of us carries a spark. Ancient traditions called it spirit. Mystics called it soul. Science calls it biophotons, tiny particles of light emitted by your cells. Yes, your body literally shines. Your very DNA pulses with photons, with energy, with information. And here's the miracle. That light changes depending on how you feel, how you think, how you live. When you're weighed down with fear, the light dims. When you laugh, when you love, when you forgive, the light expands. This is not fantasy. This is physics. In the same way, one candle can light another without losing its own flame. Your energy affects everyone around you. You are not just a person in the storm. You are the light within it. Resonance, the science of a lighthouse soul. Have you ever noticed how one person's mood can shift an entire room? One anxious voice can make everyone nervous. One calm presence can bring everyone back down to peace. That's resonance. Your heart, your brain, and your body all generate electromagnetic fields that extend far beyond your skin. When you walk into a room, you don't just enter it, you influence it. The HeartMath Institute found that the heart's electromagnetic field is 60 times stronger than the brain's, which means your heart, your emotional truth, is broadcasting constantly, shaping the field around you. This is the science of being a lighthouse. It's not about forcing light. It's about choosing how you resonate, even when the waves are crashing. Because the energy you hold doesn't stop at you. It ripples outward. And sometimes your light is the reason someone else doesn't drown. Stories of the lighthouse. History remembers its lighthouses. Think of Viktor Frankl, surviving the concentration camps, holding on to meaning when everything was stripped away. Think of Nelson Mandela, decades in a cell, still carrying a vision of freedom. Think of the monks in Tibet, sitting in silence, radiating peace in a world of chaos. None of them stopped the storm. But by shining, they became landmarks for others. Proof that even in darkness, the human soul can blaze. And here's what's often forgotten. They weren't superhuman. They were just people who chose to keep their light lit. And you can too, when you feel too broken to shine. But let's be honest. There are days when shining feels impossible. When the pain in your body or the ache in your chest is so heavy, you can't imagine being light for anyone. And that's okay. Because here's the secret no one tells you. Even a broken lighthouse still shines. You don't have to be perfect to carry light. You don't have to be healed, whole, or strong. Sometimes your cracks let the light through even brighter. Your God thanks you for getting up when you could not carry the pain anymore. Your God thanks you for taking a step forward when the weight of the world pressed against your shoulders. Your God thanks you for choosing to smile even when despair sat heavy in your chest. Your God thanks you for being the lighthouse for others, even on the days you forgot to shine yourself. Now is your time, you beautiful soul. The spiritual truth of light. Every tradition speaks of light. The Bible. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. The Quran. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The Vedas. The light within the heart is the same as the light of the sun. They weren't speaking in metaphor. They were telling us the truth. Your very being is luminous. And when the world is dark, that is exactly when your light is most needed. How to become the lighthouse. So how do you actually live this? How do you become the lighthouse when the storm is howling? Here are 5 ways. 1. Anchor yourself. Like a lighthouse rooted in rock. Find your practices that ground you. Breathwork, prayer, journaling, meditation. 2. Shine anyway. Don't wait to be perfect, healed, or ready. Just shine where you are, as you are. 3. Serve others. The lighthouse doesn't shine for itself. Find ways to help, to listen, to comfort. It fuels your own light. 4. Guard your flame. Too much noise, toxicity, and distraction can dim you. Protect your energy like sacred fire. 5. Remember who you are. You are not the storm. You are the light within it. The collective lighthouse. Now imagine this. One lighthouse helps a few ships. But a coastline filled with lighthouses? That's a revolution. We are entering a time when the world desperately needs more light. And the truth is, you are not alone in this. Every soul that chooses to shine adds to the great network of beacons across the earth. The darkness is vast, yes, but it only takes a single flame to break it. And together, our lights can turn the tide. The call to remember. So when the storm comes, as it always does, when you feel lost, small, broken, remember this. You were never meant to be swallowed by the dark. You were meant to be the light that cuts through it. You were meant to be the steady beam others look to when they can't see their way home. You were meant to be the lighthouse. And even on the days you forget your own light, even when you doubt, even when you stumble, the truth remains. You are the flame. You are the beacon. You are the lighthouse. Now is your time, you beautiful soul. Leave a flame in the comments if you are ready to shine. And don't forget to subscribe to Valkyrie, where we don't just survive the storm, we become the light within it.